Trying to start the show over here. It looks like you're warming up for a Tic Tac commercial.
That's how I get psyched for things. I eat mints and I go, I get ready. I'm ready. Let's go. You know what I mean?
It's funny that you say that. I actually eat mints now.
Wow.
I'm a big mint eater. I have been for like 5 years. It looks like I have a can of chew in my, I work from home now, but it looks like I got a can of chew in my back pocket. And when customers would like spit in my face, talk, or smell like pepperoni, I would just put one in my mouth. And then they'd be like, "Oh, can I have one?" And be like, "I was gonna ask. Absolutely. You smell like ass, so please have one." But anyway, I do mints. So
it's funny when I have that problem, I just put pepperoni in my mouth.
That's weird, but it's not. But you do the whole pepperoni, like
and get all the way down.
Right, exactly, as deep as it can go. Yeah, totally different. I mean,
it's saltier.
You're still swallowing it just like a mint, but then you bring it back out, and that's not what you do with your mints. So, hey, anyway, we just started the show. So, hey Alex. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony. you say hi to yourself.
You're supposed to say hi to yourself now. Come on, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I didn't get the memo. We're fucking psychopaths.
I've been smoking pot for 20 years. I was smoking dope for 20 years and supposed to become a schizophrenic like within 6 months, according to science. So it makes sense.
It's a fact.
Science. Oh, it's on the internet. It's so true. It's fucking scary.
Everyone knows it. It's a fact, and science is wrong.
That's right. Yeah. And with that being said, it's a really good time to go ahead and say you've reached another episode of This Is the Future.
Unfortunately.
Exactly. It fit right there because that's what we're talking about here. But anyway, how the hell you been, Mint Breath?
I don't think I like these.
What are you rocking over there?
I don't like them. Ugh.
New mints.
They're the show The Office?
Yeah.
Well, the character Dwight has in the show he grows beets and he has a bed and breakfast, and then it's Callie got me this as a joke, and I don't know, they're weird.
It's making me laugh.
They're shaped as little beets. I don't know. So I don't like them.
Wait a minute, you're really gobbling them down there, buddy. Those aren't. That's not Pez.
Yeah. How many mints do you have to eat until you're full? You know
you're gonna be shitting spearmint. It's gonna be great.
They don't even taste like beets. It's false. It's false advertisement. They look like beets. They have beets on the front. Nothing. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Well, you said they taste like shit.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just the manure that they grew the beets with.
So maybe it does taste like beets. Yeah.
Yeah. Beets do taste like shit. Honestly, I can dive into this topic. I am not a beet fan. Do you eat those beets? The red beets?
Occasionally. Not
as a person who cooks, have you ever used them? Oh
yeah, of course.
What's the best? Well, seriously, what's the best fucking thing that you can make with beets that makes them taste? What do you do with beets?
Best thing to do with beets, in my opinion, is to roast them in in a pan covered in the oven until they get really soft, and peel them, cool them, and then dice them and put them in a salad of some sort.
All right.
And they're best, in my opinion, just on their own.
Oh.
After they're chilled and cooked.
Ew, the cold beets.
Yeah. You and they're I think they're really good in a salad, because you can there's different colors of beets. There's red, there's purple, there's yellow, there's even some white beets. There's different there's different colors, and you can make beet puree, beet smoothies. I don't know. I don't go out of my way to eat beets, but when I run into a beet, I eat it.
Beat it. Actually, this is funny how this works, but now I'm singing a Michael Jackson song. Long story short, I sat down with Steph and showed her the Michael Jackson thing on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
I literally watched it to watch her reactions, because she'd never seen it and I'd already seen it.
The Leaving Neverland or
yeah,
whatever.
Leaving Never, yeah, whatever, yeah, exactly. And it was just like it was kind of like fun. I was like,
No.
half the time I was like this, like, and then I looked over and she's like, I'm like, right? It's fucked, right?
Can I
And
ask you?
at no time did she contest it. Like
Huh.
there was never a I was like, what do you think? Do you think this is legit? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, right? I'm like, fuck. It was crazy. Like it. Oh, anyway, that's. I don't know. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, but did you and Steph both know that that was a thing, right? Like everyone knew that he was a pederast for a long time, right?
Well, I mean, when I was like before this came out, there was always the scuttlebutt. It was, and well, look at, I mean, all the court shit that happened, we all kind of knew. It was just like it was an OJ thing. It was like, we know he did it, but here's what's wild: is I watched it this time. Let me preface this: have you ever watched something where they talk about serial killers, and they always say about a serial killer, he had dark eyes. They were pitch black eyes. If you watch those the footage that they got of him, all the footage they have, he's always surrounded by kids. And whenever they're filming him, you could tell he's kind of, to me, it looks like he's faking interest in the whole situation the whole time.
Right.
But his eyes are fucking, he looked like it's just black eyeballs. I'm like, the guy looks like he doesn't give a fuck about anything anymore. Like, Jesus, fuck. Like, this is just, I like to laugh at the darkest shit in the world. If this isn't ironic, if you just don't see the fucking ridiculousness that is life in just this very situation, that a person who praised children, who made music for children, raped children, that's fucking insane. At the same time, it's like the darkest joke in the world. It's like, this is how life works. Like, it's fucked up. Like, god damn. I just appreciate that that's not you. Like,
I asked you that because I've known a few different people, close people to me, like that they claim that was the first time that they ever heard that Michael Jackson was a pederast. And I'm like, what?
Were they like, I mean, and I don't mean this wrong. I mean, were they younger and like didn't grow up with it? Because I grew up with it in the news.
I mean, I think you would have to be like
a weed farmer 18. With no internet.
You have to be 17 or something, maybe even younger, to not, in my opinion, not to know that Michael Jackson was a fucking chomo. Like, you would have to fucking, like, and people my age, like 30, they maybe even like 28 or something like that, maybe even older. Some of them are like, I met them, like, I had no idea. I got to stop listening to his music. I was like, what? This has been a thing. I've known this since I was a kid. My parents were like, he's a fucking, he's a diddler.
But they had a nickname for him in the news. They called him Wacko Jacko. Like, yeah, that's because they're trying to say he's a pederast, Walter. Like,
and like, and then I would like listen to, like, I would watch old like Dave Chappelle. Like, there was that one that he's at the Fremont Theater. There's like, I forget, I think it was like 07 or something, or maybe even older. And he's talking about how Michael Jackson's a fucking pederast. I listened to Cat Williams recently, and it's an old one. He's talking about how Michael Jackson like fucks kids and shit like that. So everyone knew. It's just some people, I think, chose not to want to know or forgot about it or something. It's like, yeah, everyone knows he's been accused of fucking kids. No one has pet monkeys and Ferris wheels with chefs baking cakes and pies, and there's a fucking, a fair going on in his backyard. And of course you fuck kids when you have all that. It's fucking, yeah.
It's just like Steph was asking me, she was like, well, why? And I was like, I don't know why. But I'll tell you this. I've heard this many times about rich people. When they have everything, they go for the shit that they can't have.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be to them. So, and he was God to these kids. And that's how they got away with it. Even the parents, he had the fucking parent, the chick from Australia is a fucking idiot. Like, hello, what do you mean? But just like, I just trusted him, it's Michael Jackson. Like, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a shit if it's Gumby. That kid ain't going to no fucking room with Gumby. Are you crazy? What's wrong with you?
Here's the thing: is
do you
like
not have a nose for this shit as a parent? Do you not have a nose for this? Like I do. I have one kid. She had like 3 or 4. She didn't like. Hey, you know, I don't know. I just what
dude,
you know. She knows now, but Jesus Christ, like it's such a shame. And she really beats herself up about it. You know, I mean, it's a shame. It's like, damn.
As an adult, I try to stay completely away from kids. like 100%. Like there's like these like neighbor kids that used to like live next door to us, and like they would have a dog, and my dog and their dog would like chase each other and shit like that. And I got to a point where like the neighbor kids would try to say hi to me like when we were walking our dogs, and we would like see each other across the street, and I would just ghost them. I would not even look at them, because my thing is I don't want to fucking even see anyone. I don't want to be seen acknowledging a kid, even in an innocent like, hey neighbor, how you doing? I don't fucking want any of that. Like to me, kids do not exist.
You sound like Hunter Thompson on drugs. Don't come fucking near me.
Yeah, that's how I feel, because it's like Bill Burr had a joke about it. It was just like he's like I love kids. You can't say hi to them anymore though, because everyone thinks that you're trying to fuck them. And he's just like, I used to see kids on planes and be like, hey, how you doing, Rusty? And like rub their head and make like, you know, make faces at him. But he's like, you can't do that now. And I'm like, yeah, you can't. Like, you know, to be honest, I think kids are funny. They're, you know, like you can like joke around with them and like, you know, but like they're not related to me. I don't fucking even want to know that they're real. Like, get that fucking thing away from me.
Well, that would be the thing. It would be like, well, it couldn't have been this person. They'd only fucking talk to, you know what I mean? Like, you're just pretty much like, yeah, I'm just protecting myself.
Right.
You don't want to be, yeah, you don't know. Absolutely. And everyone's got their head fucked up. Everyone's seen this wild ass documentary and everything else that's out there. Everyone's paranoid as shit about everything now. Everyone's looking for you to do something wrong. That's how they're trained. So it's like, how could you? How you know what I mean? Like, I feel awkward walking around with my daughter because people look at us like we're a couple. You know, they're always asking that question. I've heard people say it out loud. Like, hey, you want to keep it down up front? Shut the fuck up. Like, we're standing right here. It's like, why don't you just say, hey, y'all fucking? Be like, no, it's your shot. Putt and move on. Let's go.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get where you're coming from. It's whenever you see something fucked up, it's always, I don't know why it's fun to show someone else the fucked up thing. Right. You know, it's just like, you haven't seen that? Be like, oh, I'll watch it again. Fuck yeah. Like, it's like, I really don't want to watch it. Like when I woke up that morning, it was in my head a lot. I was just like, fuck.
Dude, I know what you mean. It's kind of like, you know, not as drastic, but it's kind of like you ever have something like, oh, that smells bad. Hey, you smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, this candle smells like shit. Here. You know, it's like you want someone to be a part of your misery in some way. You know, like if you were here, Tony, I would try to get you to try some of these mints. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want you here. Here, you want another one? There you go. Yeah, they're not good. I don't know.
Just beat it. Ugh.
Wow, I don't. Stop it.
Go from making faces drinking beer to making faces eating candies.
Yeah, you remember that when we used to get fucked up? There's episodes I don't remember.
I know, like this is episode 69 according to the book. Hey-o!
Yeah, that's right, bro. 69.
But I don't remember the fucking other 68. No, I'm just kidding. I did a few.
Some of them are kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, well, we might bring that back when we don't have to do it before work and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that saved us.
Work
is doing it, recording during the day.
Yeah, yeah. We're not day drinking. So sorry, folks.
I could be.
I'm not.
I can't be actually, because right after we record this, I'm driving to Bend. I'm going over.
You mentioned that. Are you doing it like?
Oh, I'm just gonna go see my brother. I'm taking him some.
Right on.
Yeah, but yeah, and then probably see the parents and stuff like that.
You staying the night?
Yeah, I think I am. just my parents don't have any room in their house. Their house, you see, it's real small, shitty little house. And but like my sister and her 4 kids live there. So there's just like nowhere to sleep.
Shit. Yeah, I guess you can, you know, I mean, yeah, that's, well, you know, other peeps in town, right? Or, well, no,
Yeah.
like, do you? A lot of friends moved out.
Yeah, I still know. I mean, if I needed a place to stay, I could find a place to stay. But it went. Here's the thing: is like I'm so goddamn popular that like, when I show up and I like
That's what I'm saying. Like,
friends,
this is
they call
fucking
other
Rios
friends.
here. Hello.
Yeah. So they start calling everyone, but oh, he's in town, and then like so I gotta see everybody. It just takes a lot of my time.
That's right. Last time you forgot a pen, you couldn't sign all those autographs.
I know. And
that's fucking funny. Yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, plus where your parents live is like you're already like an hour, like half hour towards Portland from Bend.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Feel it. So I don't know. I might stay, or I might just like because I'm gonna be back for Thanksgiving. So you know, I got an out. Like,
that's 6 weeks away.
yeah, I know, but I got it out. I'd be like,
you
I'm
visit
gonna
quite
see.
frequently, eh?
I'd be like, I don't have to see you now. I could just be like, hey, how's it going? I'll see you in like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
okay.
remember last year when you said I had to be here for Thanksgiving? Well, I'm gonna be there. So.
Well, yeah, it's an out. It's like, I won't have to spend time now. Like, let's hold that. Let's hold that good time. We'll be there for the holidays. It's fine.
I think it'd be funny if you just like what people do around here, is they'll just, especially when the pandemic started, is people just drive up to your home and just start honking their fucking horn. And then people will just talk out of their windows at each other.
Yeah.
And that would be funny if you did that. Like you just drove up but didn't tell them. You just drove up and started hitting that fucking horn in front of their house until your dad comes out. You're like, hey, I just want to say hi. And then just go.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll get as high as donkey dick, get as high as donkey dicks, and then like send us on our way. Remember that shit?
Dude, your story about him buying the same chairs back from fucking Goodwill with your guys' names on the back. If that's not a reason to slow down on weed at my age, I don't know what is.
Dude, that is crazy.
The fucking recap, man. That was one of the funniest things that I've heard him do.
Yeah.
Goes and buys the chairs that he gave the Goodwill, buys them back, and they have their names written on them. 2 chairs.
2 weeks later, buys them back, and then my mom's like, "Those are our chairs." He's like, "No, they're not." It's like they say our name, and then he goes, "That's not my handwriting." She's like, "Yeah, it is your handwriting."
You guys aren't from like the metro. You're not from Chicago. There's like probably not a lot of Rioses, in your neighborhood. Like, I mean, there are a couple, but not enough to where they rode on the back of the same 2 chairs you guys had.
Yeah,
the coincidence, it's very hard. Yeah.
There are other Rios families for sure, but it's not like it's the same blue chairs. I saw them after he got them. Like I was there. My mom started telling me it, and I was like, "Yeah, I remember these chairs since I was a kid. I know these fucking chairs. Say Rios on them." Fucking psychopath, man. That guy's crazy.
Love that. Anyway, do you have anything else cool happen last couple days?
No. My work schedule's changing, so that's kind of cool. I'm gonna get another day. So that's
we have 4 days now or 5?
I'll be 4 days. I was only working 3 days a week. And but yeah, so that's cool. I just been like because like I think I brought it up last episode as a roommate moved, my friend, she's moving out, or she did move out, and so like Callie and I just are trying to like make it like kind of like our house, like buy new things that like she took, like because it's like that shelf that was holding all that stuff was hers, she took it, kind of thing. So we're like, okay, we got to buy this thing, and I don't know, just been doing like yard work like a fucking idiot. And
like flowers and shit.
No, like ripping shrubs out of the ground. There's like This house is 100 years old. So there's just a lot of old shit to it. So there's these it's real interesting stuff, by the way, that I'm talking about.
Well, I didn't know a fucking landlord would let you rip shrubs out of the house.
Well, here's the thing: is these people are really cool, and they're just kind of like, if something's dying, you could, take care of it, kind of thing. So like, and they're really hands off, So it's kind of just like, don't fuck up the house, but if you got to do something, do something.
I just had this image of you, like, of you basically saying, like, the landlord doesn't give a shit, we do whatever we want, and then like you move out whenever, and then someone else moves in, and they go through the whole house, and no one ever notices anything, and then they shut that door behind you, like after they moved in, and they just see like one of those Steve-O shots where you're like a mural of you just like, hey, like doing the Fonz, like right on the back of that door, like huge. Huge. Like, holy shit.
It's a good idea. I think I should.
But yeah, like one of those things where they don't notice for a few months. So they go to shut the door one night, like, shit. Well, we did what we wanted.
Yeah, you said.
Kept me motivated every morning and got me out of bed.
Yeah, man, I just been chilling, hanging hard. Oh, fucking this stupid dog that I love, my dog Emma. We were out for a walk a couple days ago. And if there's no one around and we're in like a park, I'll let her off leash and she just stomps around, right? Mm-hmm. And so I kind of walked probably like 20 feet, 30 feet ahead. And I look back and she's just on her back, rolling in the grass like this. And I'm like, okay. And then I call her over. I'm like, hey, come here, get over here. And then she comes back and she's all like happy and wagging. And I look on her back and there's just this brown streak all over. I'm like, please hope that be mud. We get home. I'm like, don't let her on any of the furniture. I smell her. I'm like, yep, that's not.
She rolled in dog shit.
Yeah, and
that's a thing.
What dogs? Oh yeah, dogs love the rolling shit. Dead animals. They're fuck. There's a reason why.
Dead animals. What?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. There's a reason why when a person does something kind of gnarly, you call them you dog, because that's what dogs do. They're fucking gnarly. They're fucking disgusting beasts, and I love them. So, but yeah, she rolled in some shit.
Well, I don't want my bitch rolling in shit. I guess I better stop calling her one. No, I'm just kidding.
So I had to fucking give her a bath, and she fucking hated it. And she was like trying to crawl up the goddamn wall and shit. But I'm like, hey, there's shit all over you.
Fuck. That's pretty gnarly, man. That's God damn. It's like, well, wait a minute. You want to roll around in feces, but anything that's going to get you clean, you're not into it. Is that right?
Well, see, that's the thing.
What would you be if I didn't take care of you, my little furry friend? God, no one would talk to you.
Yeah, do you want to have friends? You want to have? Right? You want to be the smelly kid in class, huh? That's who you want to be. All right, go ahead.
Like Big Daddy, but with Alex and a dog.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's been my week.
That's nasty.
I know.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. As I laugh my ass off.
See, it's like it's
that's fucking
like,
crazy.
Most all dogs do that. Like I've seen dogs eat really gross things. Really gross things.
Yeah, like I've always had cats, and I've babysat dogs, and they do some nasty shit. But the thing with cats is like they have a fuzzy ass. Most of them, so they don't. Sometimes they get poop stuck in their fur. Yeah, and it's really weird because they don't even know that it's on there. And then when they figure it out, like they walk funny or they act weird. They're like, "Oh, look, get it off me!" It's like that's yours. Like that's your shit. So turn around, go to the bathroom, and rub your ass. Whatever you do, figure it out. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So like I got new windows installed, and I came back from vacation. I was looking around, and it's like shit on my windowsill.
Really?
Just like, and I'm like, but it's hard now. I mean, so I'm over here like, like scraping up my thumbnail, and I'm like, is that fuck? Why did I do that? God damn it! I mean, what else would it be? You know what I mean? Like, right. So I'm just like, cat doesn't know. She just dragging her ass down the fucking windowsill. The white windowsill. Why not put brown shit all over it? That'll be great. And like, this is kind of gross, man. But they're so furry and fun and just like cuddly all the time. You're like, oh, that's cute. And like, why is there shit on my hand? Like, the fuck? Where did this curveball come from? You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Shave your ass. Jesus, that's what the rest of us do.
And I know we've been talking about animals and poop for a couple of minutes, but
yeah,
one more little story about this thing is she is a wuss. Like if you like, you know, like the like most common noise for like your phone to make when you get a text message is usually just ding, right? Like, or if you don't have it on vibrate, she's afraid of that. Like she's afraid of like if it's on a commercial, someone has it in their pocket. If we're walking down the street and she hears someone do it because she has really good hearing, she hears some random person in their house get a text message, she gets really afraid. She's such a wuss that she's afraid of her own farts. I'm dead serious. I've seen and heard her fart, and when she does, she gets low to the ground, her tail goes between her legs, and she tries to run away. It's fucking hilarious. It's so fucking funny. This dog is scared of her own farts. I remember the first time it happened, I fucking like was so confused, and then I realized what happened. I laughed so fucking hard.
What happened? Okay, so she farts, and what happens? She just starts barking?
No, her tail gets between her legs. She gets low to the ground. She has like a scared look on her face, and then she tries to run into a different room. Or if she's outside, she just kind of like runs.
But she'll roll around in someone else's shit.
Yep. Something else's shit, whatever it was.
Right. Yeah, somebody owned it. That's weird. That's fucking funny. I mean, it would be neat if like she farted and got scared, so then she like ran faster, kind of like Nitro. You know, it's like,
yeah, it's like Nas.
But like, yeah, but I mean, if she's like legitimately like showing signs of fear, it's like that sucks. with a smiley face.
But she's just afraid of certain things. Like if I have my phone on vibrate for that reason, but I have this little like little table next to my bed, little nightstand, and I keep my phone right there. And sometimes it'll buzz, it'll vibrate, and if it'll scare her because the vibration goes through the table, and then she like jumps off the bed and goes into the other room. Like she's such a wuss.
She reminds me of a cat. That's what cats do. I mean, cats don't get nervous when they fart, but I mean, as far as other stuff, like they're fearful. They just run away all the time.
Oh no, she is a cat. She's like kind of self-sufficient in a lot of ways. She like doesn't really like to do things. She's kind of like rumpy in a way. Doesn't really like a whole lot of other dogs. Likes to look out the window. She's a cat.
The one thing that I dig about cats is like George Carlin said, they don't accept blame.
Yeah.
So it's like if a cat farted, they would just look at you and be like, "You're disgusting."
Yeah.
Like
I can't believe you did
came
that.
out of your ass. But like that's how I know what happened. But you did it. I'm like, you're fucking crazy. And like, no, you're crazy because you're thinking that I'm talking to you right now. So
how about you, man? How was your week? How are you?
It was good. I went and saw the new James Bond film. So for anybody out there that likes James Bond movies, I will definitely say gotta watch this one. Definitely one of the honestly the best one out of the 5 that Daniel Craig did, in my opinion. My personal favorite was the first one he did, which was Casino Royale.
He did 5 of them? Wow.
Well, that's crazy. So that was my impression. I'm saying he did 5. If I'm wrong, you correct me, but I believe he did 5. I know his first one was Casino Royale, and I thought that one had a fuck ton of action in it. Now, keeping in mind that he's at least 10 years older than he was before,
yeah,
still felt like they were able to pull out some old school James Bond shit. Like,
awesome. Hell yeah.
It was well put together. Killer cast. Christoph Waltz is in it. The guy, I'm gonna fuck this name up. The guy who played Freddie Mercury in the Queen in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
I hate fucking up names. I do it all day at work. I hate it, so I'm not gonna try. But in any case, he's in there. Um, I'm not gonna give a whole lot away. You haven't seen it, and I imagine most people haven't. But if you're a James Bond fan, I would highly recommend checking out in the theater. They definitely make it worth it as far as like seeing it in the theater. It's one of those movies to watch. And I took my lady with me who's never seen a Bond movie.
Really?
And either she really doesn't want to, either she really wants to date me, or she actually enjoyed that fucking movie, but she swears to God she liked it. So yeah, she was into it, and she usually asks questions, and she didn't. So that was interesting. I was like, right on, because I don't fucking have any answers. But I went to lunch with my cousins, and we all talked about that, how, you know, the ladies in our lives like to like ask questions, even if it's first time you've seen the movie too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a popular thing around here. Like, what happened or what's gonna happen? Like, how the fuck do I know? Shut up and watch the movie. Like, not to be a jerk, but shut the fuck up.
I can understand if it's like a movie that you've seen before and like she hasn't, you know, like, or like it's like if like Callie asks something about Terminator, I'll know it and probably tell her, or Predator, because I've seen the movies a bunch and there's a whole, you know, universe of things to know, a lot of ins and outs. So
right, and there's not a lot of twists in a movie like that.
Right. Yeah.
But if I'm watching, like, let's just say she's never seen Shutter Island.
Right.
I'm not going to answer your fucking questions.
Sure. Just watch it.
This is a psychological thriller. And once that movie ends, you're like, I got to watch this shit again because now I know this piece and see it. That's so anyway, I don't like to do that. And even if I've seen it, if I sit down and I say, hey, you should watch this shit, I hope you get out of it what I got out of it. Well, when I was watching it, I wasn't looking at my cat saying, fuck, what happens next? And the cat wasn't saying, this happens. Doesn't happen. I try it, doesn't work. So I want you to enjoy it. I don't want you to be like, well, why is he wearing blue pants? Fuck the pants. Watch the movie. Come on. I'm wondering, like, when seriously, like, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, whatever. If you do this, I'm not criticizing you, but I'm wondering if you're alone and watching a new movie, do you like stop and pause the movie and ask questions to yourself? No? Then why the fuck would you do it when somebody's there? Like, they still want you to enjoy it. And I never ask anybody. I think I've ever asked a question. Unless it was like, what did he say? Because I'm getting old. So what did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
Yeah, like he couldn't hear. Yeah.
Oh, grandpa didn't hear it. We got to put it on rewind, you know, like that kind of thing. But if it's like, because some movies, or especially comedy specials, you can't miss a fucking word or the joke's fucked. You can step away from a comedy special for 30 seconds and it takes like 2 minutes to get caught back up because it's moving so fast. So that I get. But in any case, that movie was good. She behaved. I'm just kidding. She enjoyed herself. And then, yeah, like, the only other thing that happened, I just been chilling for a couple of days. I've been off work for 2 weeks because I deal with customers and it sucks. So I've been detoxing before Christmas comes and Black Friday and all that horse shit. Just getting some shit in order. But the pandemic just fucking sucked. And anybody could agree with that. It sucked. And here's why it sucked. You didn't realize how much fun you were having with your friends and family, like how much you enjoyed just fucking hanging out with people. The pandemic changed shit for me big time. I took for granted how much fun I had working with other people. I'm really not good for much. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I've had a shitload of jobs. I know a little about a little. I'm not very valuable. But if you need something done, I will fucking do it. You need the dishes, I'll do it. I'm not a fucking pain in the ass. I'll do what you need. I'm just not very fucking intelligent. So I'm the funny fucker usually at work. Alex, he's the same fucking way. He goes to his job, he does his fucking thing, but at the end of the day, he likes to make people laugh. That's his fucking goal. That doesn't happen when you work from home and you're listened to on every call that you make. It's no fun. I was in the store and I'll just say my boss's policy was, what does PC mean? Like, we said whatever, we were respectful, but we said what we wanted to say. We had a good time. It was a fucking riot and it's over. And so those select few people that you have around you, your partner, your friend that, you know, got the shot, whatever you have going on, those are the people you hang out with. And if they're in a bad fucking mood, it can really deteriorate relationships. So I say all that to say that it seems like something cool is happening. And I started running into my family, like just not even calling them. No one's called anyone in a year and a half. And we all live within 10 miles of each other. No shit. These people live where they grew up. Like, they've never left. So they fucking know. So last night I'm sitting there, and this has never happened to me before, but it was a really unique experience. And I'm socially awkward. So this is why it happened this way. I'm eating. I decided at last minute, I was like, I'm bored as shit. I need to get out of the house. I live 2 blocks away from downtown where I can eat, do whatever I want, have a beer, that kind of thing. So I'm sitting down with my lady, and we're eating. And first of all, they tried to sit us on the sidewalk. And my woman's like, fuck this shit. I want to sit somewhere else. So we picked a different table. Sit at this table, doing my thing. Haven't seen anyone in my family in a long time, really. And there's 4 people that come to sit down. And the 4th person, like the table right across from us. So right there. And the 4 people sit down. And the last person is my cousin. We're 6 months apart. I know him very well. And I haven't talked to him in like at least a year. And he walks in and I see him and he didn't pick up on it. I had no fucking idea it was me. So I was just like, I'm an asshole. I'm not going to say anything because why would I? He's with 3 people I don't know. He's a businessman. Like, that means he wears a t-shirt, gets drunk, talks shit, and makes a lot of money. That's got to be awesome. But that's what he was doing last night. And I'm listening to him because I'm a nosy prick, and I wasn't listening to her. Now she knows. But she was talking, and I'm like,
Then she knows.
Yeah, now she knows. She's going to watch this fucking episode. Sorry. But she does it to me all the time. So half listening. And my cousin didn't pick up on it. So to me, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I'm serious. Like, it's right there. Like, all he has to do is look over 5 degrees and he's got it. But he's talking his shit. He's doing his thing. And I'm like listening. I'm like, what the fuck's he doing for work now? Like, that sounds crazy. And so 25 minutes go by. And finally, and I wanted to see this happen. He does one of these where he's like, and then he just blurts out at the whole restaurant. He's like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? He's like, my fucking cousin. It's fucking right there. What the fuck's going on? And I'm just like, he just like, not only interrupts what he's doing with his work people, but the whole fucking place. It's like, no, just 2 idiots from this area, whatever.
Right.
It's like, what are you doing? And I was just like, just fucking with you, man. I saw you sit down 25 minutes ago. I have ADD. I see everything. Fucking great. You don't. You were really engaged. That sucks. Like, you missed it all. There was a midget doing backflips on a motorcycle. You missed that. You didn't see any of that. Focus. Right. Fuck you. No wonder he makes money. Like, he's laser focused like this.
Right.
I'm like, wow.
Dude, that's how I am, man. Like, I can't. It's hard for me to focus on stuff. I'm like,
right. But then you see weird shit and come up with jokes because of it. That's why we're valuable. But it was just the way I look at it was really cool. And I'm like, living too much time in Oregon. So of course I'm like, man, the universe brought us together, man. The cool thing was this guy's such a jackass. He went up to me. And he knows that I was fucking with him. He's like, so why didn't you say anything? I was like, because we're assholes. Like, that's what we do, you know? He's just like, all right. So then I'm sitting there, and this has never happened to me in my life, ever. And it still fucks with me. So I'm sitting there, and he's doing his thing, and I heard him say something to his friend because I'm being nosy. So I'm like literally like trying to listen to his shit. And he's like, fuck with my cousin. I'm like, fuck, like, shit, what do you do? Couldn't figure it out. So I just moved on with my life. And we're getting ready to leave. And I'm like, you know what? I'll have another beer. And then she's like, I'll have another beer. All right, fuck it. So then the guy comes over, they're closing up shop, and then everyone's still sitting there or whatever. And I'm like, hey, what do I owe you? And he's like, oh, it's been taken care of. I'm like, what? And I was like, at that point, I got as loud as my cousin did. I was like, what the fuck do you mean it got taken care of like that? Like I was like, I have money. Like, don't fuck with me right now, man. He's like, no, it got taken. He just did one of these. He's like, I'm like, that prick paid for this? And then he's like, I got you, motherfucker. I was like, that tab was $90. I was like, we ordered 2 more $10 beers. I had no idea. He had already like said, I'll pay for everything. I had no idea. I'm like, let's get 2 more beers. So
really, actually, you got him. It's really
kind of, but if I had known, I would have been like, 4 more beers, right?
Yeah. Whatever we just had, we'll do it again. Another round on drinks and
to go containers, make some shit for the road. Like,
yeah.
He wants to help. Fuck him. Let him. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's buy a t-shirt.
It was crazy. I was just like, I said, no one's ever done that. Like, it was so weird. I didn't know how to respond when he's like, it was taken care of. I'm like, is that a bad thing? Like, what the fuck happened? Are we in trouble?
Like,
is the food poisoned? What happened?
Are you gonna roll me up in carpet and feed me to the fishes?
I thought it was like, oh yeah, Timmy. We just found out that Timmy rubbed his dick in the sauce, so the meal's on the house. Like that. Okay, that's what I was expecting to hear. But it was like, no, this idiot paid for it. I'm like, you fucking asshole. Because that's how we say thank you around here. We cuss you out and laugh at you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I figure. I've noticed.
Right, exactly. Imagine if I was at someone's funeral I cared about. This fucking piece of shit. I really don't know how I'm gonna do without this cocksucker. I just don't. But yeah, that was something neat. And it just felt like, and then today I ended up hanging out with some family and some cousins just by, went out to lunch, and I was like, you know what? Working from home, the pandemic, all this shit, it ain't over, but it was really fucking nice just to like see people. Even he said, because he's the one who holds the family party every year at his house. And he was just like, I'll be honest with you. He's like, totally want to see everybody. My wife and I both do, but kids can't be there. His kids are under the age of being able to be vaccinated.
Oh, okay.
And I said, you know what? If that isn't the smartest fucking reason I've ever heard, then I don't know what is, because we're not the kind of family that's going to say you can't come over if you're not vaccinated. My cousin and his wife, she's a doctor, so they're vaccinated. But we're not the ones that go through our family and tell you what to do or not do. Like what his extended family, like what he said, my kids are protected. I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
Like, fuck it. I don't care. And I just thought to myself, I was like, God, this guy's fucking smart. And I hope other people are looking at it like that. I'm serious. Like, to me, it's like, that's really fucking smart. I just told him, I was like, that's the difference between a pothead and an alcoholic. You have your fucking brain and I don't. That's the big fucking difference there. I was like, good for you, man. Good for you. Like, listen, I chose comedian. Okay. It doesn't mean I'm going to be successful, but that's what I chose. And people tell me I'm funny, which is another way of saying we chose the right career. Yeah, we have day jobs, but fuck it. I meant to be goofy and stupid. That's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
I'm really good at it.
Goofy and stupid.
But I just wanted to say, like, it's been nice, and having this show with you, that's been really fucking nice, just to keep our fucking heads on straight and all that. And we have a lot of fun with this. But it's really nice to fucking see people. And I guess I would say with that, check on your people. Yeah. Definitely check on your people. I know that it's been a long fucking time now, and people still don't know what to do. And everything you hear is conflicting information. But if you're pissed off and miserable and it's been a really long time and you don't live in the area that I live in, you probably need to check on your people. Right. If you're miserable here, whatever. But if you're miserable in other parts of the country, check on your people. Say hi, shoot the shit, whatever you got to do.
I like how our things about family were opposite, because I was like, I don't need to see him. We'll see him in Thanksgiving. And you're like, check on the people. I just thought it was funny.
Well, I mean, and I feel like the thing is a big difference, though. The reason I'm saying this is because you go to work and you hang with people. Me, I really only see like 2 or 3 people a week. And if that person, if we're on each other's nerves, that's no fucking good. So for those of you out there that might be in my situation, I would say that seeing people has helped.
Cheers to people.
Cheers to people. Shut the fuck up. That's the most genuine toast I've ever heard in my life.
Hey, it was genuine. I think. Tony.
Sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think cheers to fucking people, man.
Just people helping people.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a
beautiful thing. Holy shirts and pants. Oh yeah. All right, we're quoting fucking Wedding Crashers right now for all of you who don't, what we're talking about. But in any case, it's time to talk about music.
Yeah, it's that time of the show.
So the album that with the band and the album, the band is Sallie Ford and the Outside, right? Sallie Ford and
Outside.
Yep, the Outside. And the album was Untamed.
Untamed, yes, it was.
Yep. Our suggestion was made by our good friend. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for? She avid listener, and my lady friend. Steph.
Yeah, at first I thought you forgot her name, and I was like,
no, I know her fucking
because
name.
I was like, wait, what's going on here? What's happening?
No, I have to. No, I've gotten to the point where, yeah, I know her name.
I've gotten to that point where I know her name. We're good.
Anyway, she's got a good taste in music, and this one, she actually introduced me to a few years ago, and I listened to it a couple times. I don't know. This time I listened to it 9 times today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just put it on repeat, man. Just went to the gym, did my shit, just kept listening to it. I'll just say really quick, awesome fucking album for me. Like right up my alley. No pressure, but I liked it. I like her voice. She reminds me of Shannon and the Clams.
It does have that feel for sure.
It does. And what really blew my mind was, of course, they formed in Portland.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, here's the thing is, last episode I was like, I had never heard of Sallie Ford, and then I listened to him and I kind of like looked at some pictures. I was like, wait, I've like run into their music before, like in passing, and then I started to realize, I'm like, oh yeah, they're a Portland band. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't. And we were in Portland together, and you've been there since. But while they were forming, they started around 2011.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of when we moved 2012, right?
Right. So they were happening. They were, trudging along the music scene in Portland, building their band while we were working on comedy at the same time in that city. So I thought that was pretty neat that they started around the same time frame. And now 10 years later, they got noticed, or someone that knew the Avett Brothers told them to listen to them. And that band, the Avett Brothers, did, and then took them on a West Coast tour. And then they put out their second album, Untamed, the one we heard, and did like Bonnaroo, did the big, got on the big list. So they're great. Personally, I really like that album a lot. It's really fucking cool. But anyway, hopefully you liked it a little bit. But what'd you think?
I'll be honest, I wanted not to like them. I don't know why. I don't know why. I was like, I didn't go into it thinking I was gonna like it. Maybe, yeah, but I did. And cool. What really turned me around was the song Bad Boy, I think it was.
Damn it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. That's the one. That's my number one song. That's it.
And yeah, it's called Bad Boys. Yeah. And I'll be honest, the song got me a little hot around the collar.
Brother, I'm telling you, man. She made me as wet as a swimming pool. I was like, holy shit.
Slip and slide. You know what I'm saying? I can get in.
I'm trying to pull up the lyrics because there's some shit in there with it. This chick knows who she is, doesn't give a shit. Unapologetic lyrics. Great.
Yeah. Lyrics are something like I could scream, I could yell, I could fuck,
I can fight, I can fuck. Like she's just, when you hear a woman say that, she's basically saying like, I'm not intimidated by men. I do whatever the fuck I want. I screw just like a man would. It's like, oh shit, is that right? Well, hi there. Not you're gonna fuck me or anything, but that's awesome. High five.
High five, yeah. Like fucking put a soccer cleat on, kick me in the face. Fucking, let's do
it. Oh shit. I'm trying to look.
It's fucking getting sweaty. I know. It's fucking
woo. Get damn sponge over here.
I need another mint. Fuck.
Yeah.
And that they're like the line, like in that song, like the kind of the punchline or whatever. I think, what is it like? Like I like bad boys and I could be and I'm like one too, or something like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to pull it up. Hopefully I can find the lyrics.
I like bad boys and I'm like one too, and I'm like, yeah. As soon as I heard that song, I'm like, all right, I'm in it. I like this. And then I've probably listened to it upwards, maybe more, like around 9-10 times too. I listened to it today. I've been listening to it this whole time, and I'm just like, yeah, this is. And what I've been like taking a play at a yearbook a little bit. I've been like really listening to her lyrics.
Yeah.
And I kind of the music's cool and everything. So it has like kind of like a surfy feel to it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of blues and everything. Her guitar, is she the guitar player?
I think so.
I believe, yeah, she plays the guitar or the bass. I think she's the guitar player. The sound is great, but the lyrics are what I don't know. Anyway, what were you gonna, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that like her lyrics are just awesome, and it's cool that they started in Portland. And yeah, she just like really hooked me with that song. And then the last song, I gotta check. Roll around, yeah. And
Roll
it's kind of
Around is great. And if you're in a relationship or like, that's it.
And it's kind of like a singer-songwriter kind of style where I think it just sounds like she's singing and someone's playing the guitar or something. It seems real mellow.
Yeah.
But like the lyrics are really cool, and it's like almost kind of like an extension of Bad Boys. Like that song is kind of like that.
It is. That's that one, and then the other song that I asked Steph too, what she like, and Untamed is the other one. Wait, am I right?
I don't think there.
Wait,
it's a song called Untamed.
No, I fucked that up. Shivers.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Yeah, just like
the way she says shivers, you're shiver, like her. I don't know how to do it, but Jesus Christ, I was like, oh, it's so good. I want it real quick because I have a feeling that a lot of people who listen to our show, I don't know if you listen to the music portion, whatever, but I'm still adamant. This is good fucking music. A lot of the stuff that we listen to. So I'm gonna do a solid real quick. There's not a lot of lyrics. I'm gonna read off the lyrics to Bad Boys real quick.
Okay.
Because it sounds fucking awesome. All right. So she says, I can cause, I can scream, gonna make me mad, gonna blow out some slime.
Slime?
I don't get it. SLIM? Anyway, maybe it doesn't sound right. I can sweat, I can yell, I can raise on hell. Yeah, I'm like bad boys, but like the bad boys, well, I can fuck, I can drink, and I don't care what you think. That is a line in itself right there. That is really fucking good. If I heard a chick say that at a bar, I would I don't know what I'd do, but I'd be like, hi! Like, she needs to be president, whatever the fuck. Get her up, get her a good job. You could say I'm just a girl, but I've had a lady.
Mm.
Yeah. I haven't read these out, so I sound like it's my first day of reading, but I've had a lady. I do. I bet she's been to eat. Whoa. Yeah, I'm like the bad boy. Oh, I'm not going to try and read the rest of this. It's starting to sound like I'm going to read. the rabbit. No, I'm not doing that. You may. It hurts. I have had 4 starts. Wait. Yeah, I've had 4 starts because I've been mean in the broken hearts. And yeah, I can drink, I can yell, I can raise hell. I'm like the bad boys, but like the bad boys, well, you may think of me as just a little girl. You may, but I'm here to prove you wrong. So if you're a lady and you're listening to this shit, fuck you. I would highly recommend it. Stuttering Stanley. Yeah. In any case, that song's fucking awesome, or as the kids would say, that's fire. So there you go. That's a fire song.
Oh, they also say that's bussin' too. I learned that.
Is that new? All right, bussin'. Yeah, I learned that. Oh shit! Because most kids don't have driver's licenses, right? No, I'm kidding. I don't know what that means.
My friend has a kid that's like 25, and he taught us some new phrases that the kids are using, and that's bussin' is one.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the bus when I was a kid, man. That's cool, man.
That's bussin'. So yeah. You okay?
That's fucking funny. So right? Sorry, I spaced out for a second. The problem with phones is when you're like you always catch people, always get you caught up. In any case, yeah, the lyrics are gone. I wanted to pull up, see if there's any. Those are the main songs. Honestly, the whole album to me was great. I have no problem blazing through the whole album over and over again. But if you're checking this out, if you just want to sample, I would say try any of the songs we just listed. Especially, I would say if you're feeling a little feisty, I'd say listen to Bad Boys.
Yeah.
That'll I think that's like a good after work fuck you song. Like, I don't know if that happens to anybody, but I don't know. Anyway.
I know. I was out for a dog walk and I was listening to it, you know, in headphones, and I was just like, then Bad Boys came on, and I was like, whew, is it hot out here? I think I need to go home. So,
stop rolling in that shit and let's get out of here, pup.
Fucking come on. Like, yeah, that song that did something to me.
Yeah, man, I hope that that's like, that'll be cool now whenever they come through town, because you'll know who the fuck they are. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty cool that they're a local band to you. Yeah, and they're really good. I'm like, I don't know, kind of proud to say like I lived in the town when they did. I like that band a lot, and I just think that's neat that we were around when they were putting this shit together. So anyway, Steph, thank you very much.
Yeah,
good recommend. Great recommend.
There you go.
So yeah, that was awesome. Of course, here comes the spiel. If anybody else has something that they want us to listen to, we'd be happy to listen to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna start some other shit up, some roulette. So we don't even know what the fuck we're gonna listen to once in a while to spice it up a little bit. Once in a while, we're gonna try some stuff out. So we're gonna try shit that no one even suggests. So please feel free to suggest something if you want. You've done it. Some of you guys done it before, and we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that pretty much does it for this episode. It was a lot of fun.
It is your turn to pick the music.
That's why there's two of us. Otherwise, I forget half the fucking show.
And no one suggested anything, and so when no one suggests anything, it goes to us. So, and I picked before that, so it is your turn, Tony G.
Right. And before we got the recommendation, we listened to Rainbow, and because I had one picked out. So Black Sabbath, Volume 4, Back to the Metal. But come on, it's fucking Black Sabbath, and it's Volume 4. So check it out. Seriously, I mean, why not? It's fucking awesome. So we'll be talking about that next week. And if you guys are tired of hearing about fucking metal, then suggest something. I don't know, like fucking didn't the Care Bears come out with a soundtrack? I don't give a fuck. Give us something. No, I hope not. That'd be weird. But yeah, it's been a fun little show, and thanks everybody for watching once more. And fuck it. You got anything for him?
No. Like, subscribe, follow us, thumbs up, all that kind of thing. Go to Titfu69 on Instagram. If you want to suggest an album and a band to listen to, you could shoot us a message on a DM, as they say, a direct message to our account, or you could comment on the YouTubes. So let us know, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening and watching.
Absolutely. On that note, everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay.